Welcome everybody to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here for your WWE Payback preview and predictions video. Here today we're discussing the entire fucking card of Payback. We're going over the build, we're going over the match quality, what I think is going to happen, and of course, what is my prediction? What do I think is most likely to happen, and what I think is the best scenario, and what should happen at Payback. So we're going to discuss all of that good stuff here in this video. But of course, like I always like to tell you, make sure to go check out all the other content on the channel. Both Raw and Smackdown reviews are up for this week, and make sure to join me this Sunday when I am doing an official review for Payback, and of course Behind the Mic, where we cover all the news going into WWE Payback. That is going to be what the center of Behind the Mic is this Saturday, so make sure to stay tuned for those two videos. And you know what's the best way to stay tuned with everything having to do with Ringside Wrestling Entertainment? You already know. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel for Raw reviews, Smackdown reviews, and news covering all that good stuff that you like to hear in that wrestling community, in the wrestling world. Of course, pay-per-view reviews, NXT TakeOver reviews. So make sure to stick tuned to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel for that. And just 2 weeks ago, I uploaded how I would book SummerSlam 2017 on both Raw and Smackdown, 2 separate videos. Make sure to check that out. That's not too far back in the channel, so make sure to go check that out. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking going into WWE Payback. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go do all that stuff. And for now, let's talk about WWE Payback. Payback, ladies and gentlemen. Payback, ladies and gentlemen. What do I gotta say about this pay-per-view? I mean, it's a clusterfuck. It is a clusterfuck. You know, coming out of WrestleMania, I really thought we were going to get new, fresh, exciting storylines coming out of WrestleMania going into Payback. And it was that last year in 2016. It was almost like a complete reset. For one, what they were doing at WrestleMania 32 in 2016 was a complete disaster. And two, they had their NXT call-ups. They had people returning from injury. It was like a new, fresh reset, and they needed that. Here, they didn't need it as much. I mean, they had some solid storylines and some feuds they did need to finish up. But I did expect it to be more of a refresh. I expected there to be NXT call-ups and for them to play a big impact on what we're going to see at these pay-per-views, what we're going to see coming out of WrestleMania. And really, what we've seen is, I mean, if you want to talk about NXT call-ups, the revival for Raw is on the injured list already. Shit, that's a misfortune for Monday Night Raw and the entire tag team division right there. But really, what we've seen is the same old garbage. They've been putting on mediocre television, and the biggest cross-up, the biggest mistake, the biggest collusion and confusion, and I like that rhymes, the biggest confusion with this pay-per-view is the fact that, I mean, the Superstar Shakeup. The Superstar Shakeup took this pay-per-view and shook it up. It's like WWE took a snow globe, they shook it up, and they didn't give a fuck on top of what roof all that snow landed. And it landed on top of the roof of Payback, and now it seems to be falling the fuck apart. I mean, what do you got on this pay-per-view. You have a WWE Championship match, a title that, may I mind you, belongs to Smackdown, and you have Bray Wyatt, who is on Raw, at least fucking fighting the WWE champion. The WWE title's not on the line per se, but he's fighting the WWE champion, and the WWE champion has been mostly prohibited from SmackDown storylines. For the past 2 weeks, he's been in his thing with Jinder Mahal, but before that, and mostly, he's been feuding with Bray Wyatt, and he, the champion, has been taken away from SmackDown storyline. And you have the United States Championship, which is now on SmackDown due to the results of this shakeup. You have this fucking championship. You have it on SmackDown, and you have a Monday Night Raw superstar fighting for that championship. So it's just a huge fucking collusion. All this jumbled up fucking mess that makes no goddamn sense with this pay-per-view. Finn Balor's been sidelined because Bray Wyatt and him are rumored to go into a feud, which at this point is pretty much confirmed to happen, and Bray Wyatt is too involved in his WWE Championship feud to go into that. You have fucking Finn Balor on the pre-show, which a lot of people are getting worked up about. The Miz and Dean Ambrose, probably the two biggest trades to Monday Night Raw, if you even want to call it a trade. They're not even on the pay-per-view. They're not even on the pay-per-view. It's just a huge mess. Raw has been, well, a mess as well. 1 week it's good, 1 week it sucks. 1 week is good, 1 week it sucks. And last Monday, I should say, fucking sucked. So, I mean, the consistency is all over the place. And this is apparently supposed to be a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view, but SmackDown stars are on it, and it's just all this fucking shit, and you're just sitting there like, me, as a viewer, where do I put the pieces together? I don't even think WWE knows where the pieces are. I don't even think they know. So how the fuck am I supposed to know? How the hell is somebody watching this casually supposed to know? They don't. They don't. And when you're keeping us in the blank like that, when you're keeping us in the dark, I should say, when you're keeping us in that spot, we manage and we tend to lose investment. And that's exactly what has happened for most of the matches on this pay-per-view, because there's not consistency with a lot of these storylines. 1 week these storylines are hot, 1 week these storylines are fucking cold, 1 week we're invested, 1 week they just completely forget about what the hell they're doing. So it's just completely back and forth between good and bad, and you don't know what to fucking think about this. And right now, the best word I can use to describe it is a jumbled up mess. A jumbled up mess. That's what this pay-per-view is. That's what this pay-per-view is. And I mean, you want to be able to have some grasp over what is going to happen. You want to be able to have some knowledge. You want to be able to know that they had this under control. And right now, I can't tell you that. I cannot tell you that. And I hope you're feeling the same, because that's how I feel. That's how I feel about this. And because of this, most of the matches on this pay-per-view are predictable. I mean, who's going to win Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton? Bray Wyatt, who needs the momentum. This is his House of Horrors match, and the WWE Championship is not on the line anymore. They removed that stipulation. So you obviously know, because of those circumstances, why would they remove the WWE Championship from the line unless Randy Orton was going to lose, and you needed him to lose so Bray Wyatt can have momentum and Randy Orton wouldn't lose the WWE Championship at the same time. So obviously Bray Wyatt's going to win that. Obviously, I don't even need to discuss it. Who do you think is going to win Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens? Chris Jericho, who's rumored to be leaving with his band Fozzy. Chris Jericho, who's on Monday Night Raw, going to come over to Smackdown as your United States champion. I mean, no. It's just not going to happen. Kevin Owens, who is already in a feud with AJ Styles, is going to lose the United States Championship? No. No. A lot of the matches on this pay-per-view are predictable. They are predictable. And, I mean, it's just a mess. It is a mess. But let's stop ranting. Let's stop rambling. Let's get into the pay-per-view card. And let me search this up on Google here. What the hell is the card for this pay-per-view? Because I don't even know myself what the fucking card is. I don't even know myself. Because I thought there was going to be an Intercontinental Championship match on this goddamn show. At least I thought. Miz and Dean Ambrose have been feuding. Have they not? Nope. Miz is on the pre-show interviewing Finn Balor. What the hell does The Miz have to do with Finn Balor? And that's exactly what I was worried about. That is exactly what I was fucking worried about with The Miz and him coming to Monday Night Raw. That they were just gonna throw him in random goddamn matches or segments with these Miz TV segments that he has. That they were just going to throw him in random segments because they did not have anything else to do with him. And that's exactly what's going on. He does not have a match on the card, and that's what he's doing on the pre-show with Finn Balor, of all people. So that's what's going to happen on the pre-show. That's the first fucking match, I guess you could say. We're all going to be watching the pre-show to watch this. What the hell does Finn Balor have to say? They haven't given him a mic on Monday Night Raw, something we've all desperately wanted to see. He's just been coming out, random segments, Jinder Mahal, Kurt Hawkins, I think? I'm not even fucking sure. Is Kurt Hawkins? Yeah, Kurt Hawkins, all these fucking random goobs. He'll come out as a mystery opponent, blah, 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 blah. He's just been thrown in random segments week after week after week. Hopefully that can end after this pay-per-view. He will be in an official feud with Bray Wyatt, and hopefully Finn Balor can get back on track. So that's all I have to say about that. As for what he says, I have no fucking idea. He'll probably beat the shit out of The Miz. I mean, he probably won't even be given the chance to talk, knowing how WWE and the Monday Night Raw creative team especially books their fucking shows. Anyways, Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson is also happening on the kickoff show. And I mean, do you care? This is obviously a replacement over the fact that the Revival got injured and the Revival is not going to be able to compete. I believe it was Dash Wilder, broken jaw. So this is obviously a replacement for the Revival. Whether or not this means the Revival would have originally gone on the pre-show, I don't know. I don't like to think about that. Maybe it is a blessing that fucking Dash Wilder got injured. But Enzo and Big Cass versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I mean, Enzo and Cass were given the L the other week, so why the hell would Gallows and Anderson beat them again, knowing fucking WWE and their 50-50 booking? I predict Enzo and Cass to win this match, as if anybody cared anyways. I mean, really, this is just a random match they're throwing on the pre-show for the sake of needing a match for the pre-show. And I mean, can you blame them? Who cares? We go to the Cruiserweight Championship match, and this is actually on the main show. This is starting the actual main show, and this is where I'm going to start discussing the fuck matches. Neville and Austin Aries, they had their match at WrestleMania. Great fucking match. Fantastic match at WrestleMania. Damn good match. Shouldn't have been on the pre-show. I mean, the Women's Championship match was originally on the fucking pre-show. They moved Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin for that. They should have moved the Cruiserweights up to the main show. And they should have fucking moved the women down. The SmackDown Women's Championship match was given 5 minutes. It was terrible. But what these guys did in that ring at WrestleMania was fucking great. It was a killer match, and they're gonna deliver. They are going to deliver. They've had a decent build-up. I mean, they've included T.J. Perkins in here. The heel turn of T.J. Perkins has really been an interesting thing revolving around the feud, whether or not they will be ringside for this match. T.J. Perkins and Jack Gallagher, as Jack Gallagher really has taken the side of Austin, and T.J. Perkins has taken the side of Neville. Neville has taken T.J. Perkins under his wing as a heel, you can say. But whether or not that is the case, this match really has me thinking this is probably one of the more unpredictable matches, because going into WrestleMania, you really thought Austin Aries was going to be the one to dethrone Neville. You really did, the way they were building him up as this great fucking babyface. And he did have the momentum, at least then. Now, I'm not seeing it that much. They really haven't done as much to fucking build up Austin Aries. They haven't put as much effort in. And I mean, can you blame them when it's Monday Night Raw? Maybe they have on 205 Live. I wouldn't fucking know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not watching 205 Live. A lot of people aren't watching 205 Live. Who is to blame for that? Monday Night Raw and the fucking people booking Monday Night Raw. Because maybe if the people booking Monday Night Raw booked the cruiserweights correctly, people, casuals of all ages who have the fucking WWE Network would actually tune in to 205 Live. But that's besides the point. The real question is whether Neville goes over again and makes Aries a loser once more, or Neville continues to be, or Austin Aries, fucking with his hyped return and all, wins the Cruiserweight Championship. What I would personally do, I would have Neville go over. Neville has been fantastic as a Cruiserweight champion, and I really don't think it would make him look good if after all these wins, if all these fucking trials and tribulations, you have Jack Gallagher, you have Rich Swann, all these guys he's ran through, I really don't think it would look good if Neville went down to a 4-month Cruiserweight Championship reign. I really wouldn't like that. I want to see Neville hold this championship for as long as he can, but then again, you gotta think, who the hell is coming after Austin Aries? So if I'm WWE, Austin Aries, babyface, you can give him a match against T.J. Perkins. You can stretch this out to a third pay-per-view in the rematch with Neville. There's a lot more to do with Austin Aries. There's a lot more heels that need to get their opportunity. You could do Brian Kendrick. You can do T.J. Perkins. And Neville really has ran through the entire division. So if Aries doesn't do it here tonight, who's going to be next to challenge Neville? You really don't know. So I think because of the mere fact that there is nobody else, Austin Aries wins this match. I think Austin Aries wins this match because of the fact that who is there to challenge Neville besides Austin Aries? Because Austin Aries really is the last one. Neville has ran through everyone else. He really has. So I predict Austin Aries wins this matchup, and he goes on to be your new Cruiserweight Champion, just because there are a lot of possibilities, more possibilities at this point, of what you can do with Aries than Neville. Neville really he hasn't run his course, but he's run through the division. I hope you can understand my logic behind that. So that's what I'm thinking for the Cruiserweights. That is what I'm thinking for the Cruiserweights. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that. Do you think he's ran through the entire division, and if he loses to Aries it would be okay? Or do you think Aries should not win the Cruiserweight Championship? I don't know. But leave your comments in the comment section below, because that really is one that can go either way, and I would be fine with it. Either way it goes, I am going to be fine with that result, because they've built up so well. Austin Aries has been so great. Neville has been so great that I really don't give a fuck who wins that one. The Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Tag Team Championships. Now, this is a very interesting match here. Very, very interesting match, if you fucking ask me. This match is great. This match is going to be great. I mean, the build hasn't been anything special. I've wanted them to show tension in this feud. There really hasn't been much of that. There really is no storyline behind this feud, if you get what I mean. Sheamus and Cesaro are #1 contenders, and beyond that, that's all we're fucking given. That is all we are fucking given. They're #1 contenders, and that's it. Have fun with the fucking feud. Because, I mean, they've been in matches against each other, but they've been respectful of the handshake. Yeah, there's been a little bit of tension. Sheamus pushed Jeff Hardy. Oh, the child's play garbage. I wanted to see a legitimate feud. We didn't get that. And I mean, that is fine. They're both faces, but I would have liked it to be tuned over the fucking edge, and maybe Sheamus and Cesaro turn heel against the fucking new up-and-coming Hardys, all their fucking success. Sheamus and Cesaro get jealous, but I understand if WWE wants to be unoriginal. I mean, they did only have 4 weeks separated from WrestleMania, which is a problem in and of itself, if you ask me, to build towards this pay-per-view. So, I mean, what the fuck are you going to do about it? But it's hard to believe, it really is hard to believe, that they're going to push for the Hardys to lose the tag team titles after a month. It's really, really hard to believe that you're going to have broken Matt, or not broken, he's not fucking broken, but Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, after all this fucking hype and just fan acclaim, just all this fucking wonderful shit that has been thrown at them, all the popularity they have, it's really hard to believe that Sheamus and Cesaro are going to win this match. And I understand if you don't believe where I'm coming from when I'm saying they will win this match. And I know, oh my god, is this guy fucking retarded? No. Here's what I'm thinking. The WWE, it's been rumored that the WWE has been rumored, or pretty much confirmed to be in negotiation with Anthem Sports, TNA, Impact Wrestling, over the broken gimmick. What better way to usher in the broken gimmick, because there are rumors that we can be seeing the broken gimmick as soon as this Monday. What better way to usher in the broken gimmick than only a month after these guys won the title, only a month after they won the title, they lose the tag team titles. And that just makes Matt Hardy furious. And it's Jeff that takes the pin. It's Jeff that takes the pin. You could say Jeff was going for something stupid or whatever, and Matt told him not to do it, and there was a little argument, and they lose the tag team titles to Cesaro and Sheamus because of the fact that Jeff Hardy did something dumb and he got himself pinned. And after only a month, after all this buzz, they lose the tag team titles. Next night on Raw, there's a big argument, and Matt Hardy attacks Jeff Hardy. He deletes Jeff Hardy. And you can have Sheamus and Cesaro do whatever the fuck they want with the tag team titles. But you know the WWE wants to go the direction of the broken gimmick. We know we want to see the broken gimmick. And it's going to be unfortunate the fact that their reign lasted so little, and the fact that the tag team division is going to lose yet another tag team. But what it can do for the WWE, I mean, the WWE is already discussing having Jeff Hardy challenging over World Championships, the Universal Championship, the one Brock Lesnar's holding. Yeah, that one. They're discussing having a draft centered around Jeff and Matt and sending Jeff Hardy to Smackdown. That is fucking crazy. WWE wants the broken gimmick, and there are rumors coming out that they want it, and they want this deal concluded by the end of the week. So this Sunday, we could be possibly seeing Matt Hardy deleting people left and right. And you know what? I will take that, bro. I don't care if they lose the tag team championships, because if there's a long picture in mind, I mean, if there's a broken picture in mind, then I want to fucking see it. And I hope you guys can agree with me on that one. Who wins? Cesaro and Sheamus. They win their tag team championships back. This is a match that interests me just fucking highly, 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 highly. Samoa Joe and Seth freaking Rollins, bro. Seth Rollins. Oh my lord. This match is going to be a fucking clinic, bro. The feud hasn't been anything revolutionary, but we know where they're fighting. There's a legitimate reason why this is going on. Joe, the knee of Rollins, injured it, could have missed WrestleMania, could have ended Rollins' career. Joe, he almost ended the career of Seth Rollins on his debut. He targeted Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wants revenge. Joe feels fucking that Seth Rollins damaged his fucking clients with what he did to them at WrestleMania, and Joe treats his clientele with respect. Joe cares about his clientele, and if Seth Rollins is going to be putting Stephanie McMahon through tables, if Seth Rollins is going to be beating Triple H at WrestleMania, he is going to have to deal with the repercussions, and those repercussions are the Destroyer, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And that's what this fucking feud is. So, I mean, if there's storyline, it's simple. You fucking get it. The way this feud has been fucking built. 1 week it's hot, 1 week it's cold. 1 week it's hot, 1 week it's cold. I mean, this last week on Monday night, I mean, it was decent. It's been decent. It hasn't been the most revolutionary thing ever. It could be the most revolutionary thing ever. And if we did see a feud between Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe, I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be this hot fucking feud. But really, there is a problem with Seth Rollins, and you guys have to realize this. Stone Cold has been saying this on his podcast. Seth Rollins really does not have a personality. And when I heard that, I started thinking about it, man. And really, if you do think about it, Seth Rollins does not have a personality. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, how the hell has this crossed me, man? Seth Rollins doesn't have a fucking personality. And that's what makes this feud so stale. That's what's made this feud mediocre, decent at best. Because, I mean, Samoa Joe's fucking great. But he really hasn't been given that much promo time. He really hasn't been doing that much. He really hasn't been destroying like he should be, because in NXT they would book Samoa Joe in an fucking just simple and exciting storyline. The way they book on Monday Night Raw is stale. It's generic. It's the most uninspired bullshit that you can find. I mean, why are you putting Samoa Joe in a 6-man tag? Why? With Gallows and Anderson and Enzo and Cass and Seth Rollins. I don't care if fucking Enzo got replaced by, Finn Balor. Don't care. That's not what Samoa Joe should be doing. That's not the way you build Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, one of your biggest stars, and Samoa Joe. It's not. And that's why this feud hasn't felt as big as it should. That's why a lot of the feuds on Monday Night Raw have not felt as big as they should, because there's really nothing original. There's really nothing exciting going into the production of these matches. There's not, especially when you're building this match in 3-4 fucking weeks. There's nothing there. There is nothing there, and I am sorry to break it to you. But this match, when it comes down to the quality of this match, it's going to be a great fucking match. There's no doubting that. And there is one thing that no matter how good this match is, can bring it down to a fucking crippling blow, bro. And it is if Samoa Joe takes the L. Nobody needs to lose in this scenario. This is a win-win scenario. End this match in double DQ. End this match with these guys taking each other to the fucking limit. End this match with these guys in a backstage brawl or whatever. Just don't let Samoa Joe lose. If Samoa Joe gets pinned here, everything that you've been building up for months just falls down. You're building the building, and it's just gonna fall right back down. Samoa Joe should not be losing anytime soon, and I feel WWE is going to make the grave mistake of letting Samoa Joe lose. And if that is the case, I am going to be one sad, sad fucking camper, man. Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe is going to be a great fucking match, and there's no doubt about that. But if Samoa Joe loses, even if Seth Rollins loses, Seth Rollins doesn't need to be fucking losing. He just came off a win from Triple H. There's really no good reason with all the momentum Rollins has right now, not with his character, but with the way they've been booking him. There's no reason Rollins should be losing either, and you know WWE doesn't want Rollins to lose. So have these guys double count out, or have Samoa Joe win. I wouldn't fucking mind that. I wouldn't fucking mind that, because Samoa Joe really needs to be protected, cannot be losing. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. Either double count out, or Samoa Joe wins. There's no way he should be fucking losing. Samoa Joe is a destroyer. He went undefeated in NXT for how fucking long? And it worked out for him. That was a big fucking thing for Samoa Joe. This guy's undefeated. That is a big accolade. Make that an accolade for him on the main roster. Don't fucking defeat this guy. I don't care if it's to a Seth Rollins. I don't care if there's no shame in losing to Seth Rollins. Samoa Joe does not need to be fucking losing. He does not. Case and point. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. This one will be for the United States Championship. Not much to say here. You saw their feud from WrestleMania to here. Or not even from WrestleMania to here. From fucking way back when, Best Friends, List, Festival of Friendship, Owens betrays Jericho. You know the fucking deal by now. This is just the fucking match. This is not for a Smackdown title. I discussed this at the beginning of this video. It's really a clusterfuck. There's no reason a Smackdown title should be being defended on Payback. There's no reason a rematch even needs to fucking happen here. But it is, and it will probably be the last night Jericho has in the WWE for a little while at least. Maybe until even the build to next WrestleMania, maybe even Royal Rumble time 2018. So, I mean, get ready to say goodbye to Chris Jericho. And I'm fine with that. Chris Jericho has done some great work. It's going to be a huge hand to lose for Monday Night Raw, but I am sure they will get over the loss of Chris Jericho. I'm sure Kevin Owens will retain in this matchup, and he will be able to finally move on fully to his feud with AJ Styles, a feud that is being given attention, a feud that we have wanted to see for a long time, similar to Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, and a feud that will be made to feel like a big fucking thing, unlike Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. But besides that, Kevin Owens wins here. Not much to say about this, besides the fact that this is just another fucking example of a clusterfuck. You know Chris Jericho ain't fucking winning. You know it for a fact. You know he's leaving soon. And you know for damn sure that he's not going to take that United States Championship from Kevin Owens a month after he fucking won it. So the predictability factor here is just none. Raw Women's Championship, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. There's really not much hype for this match. I mean, yes, I am hyped to see Bayley and Alexa Bliss the match, but when it comes to investment, I'm not invested. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Alexa Bliss won a Fatal 4-Way. That was great, and there was 1 week of build with Bayley. Alexa doesn't like Bayley. 1 week of fucking build. 1 week of fucking build is not going to get me excited for a women's championship match, and that's where most of my fucking complaints go for this one. A week of build? A week of fucking build. I mean, and what's happened to Nia Jax too? I mean, this should really be Nia Jax. You should really have Alexa Bliss in a side feud in this pay-per-view with, I don't know, Sasha Banks. And what happened to Nia Jax? Nia Jax, looking strong, beat Charlotte, looking really strong in the Battle Royal. I thought Nia Jax should have fucking won. Haven't seen her since. Wasn't on Monday Night Raw last week. Just gone. Gone. I mean, that's what fucking Monday Night Raw does. There was build at least towards Nia Jax and Bayley, and you could have had Nia lose to Bayley at Payback, and then you have the number one contenders match at, what are you fucking, I don't even know what the fuck you call it. The next Monday Night Raw, and then at Extreme Rules, there you fucking go. At Extreme Rules, you have 2 months of build for Alexa and Bayley. Now, Bayley's gonna fucking win, Alexa's gonna lose, there's gonna be a week of build, and they're gonna move on from this feud, unfortunately. And we won't get the feud we should have had, an amazing fucking feud we should have had, a feud we would have got in NXT if Alexa Bliss had been more developed. We can't get the amazing feud we would have with Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Of course, if booked correctly, but it's Monday Night Raw, so who the fuck are you trusting to book anything correctly? Bayley's gonna win here. No reason Bayley should be losing the championship a month after she won it. It's been more than a month, actually. But Bayley, I want them to give Bayley a more lengthy title reign. When did she win it? 2 weeks before Fastlane. Keep it on her until SummerSlam. Sasha takes it off her, and then WrestleMania comes, and you're building towards Sasha versus Bayley. 4? I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be. You're building towards Sasha versus Bayley 4 for the Women's Championship on the grandest stage of them all. You know the plan. Loses it to heel Sasha SummerSlam. Bayley goes working her way back up the women's division. She lost everything to fucking Sasha Banks. And then at WrestleMania, stronger Bayley comes in, beats Sasha. And unfortunately, Alexa Bliss does not factor into those plans. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Alexa Bliss. But I don't want them flip-flopping titles. Bayley barely won the title 2 months ago. Have there be a lengthy women's championship reign. I mean, after the shit we saw with Sasha and Charlotte, please, God, please give us a lengthy women's championship reign. At least with Bayley, who hasn't even been the most exciting of fucking women's champions either. Bayley's been terrible. Bayley has been terrible. But we'll talk about that another fucking day. Because Bayley has been just generic, boring, a big shell of what she was in fucking NXT. In NXT, she was an underdog. Here, she's just a stale, generic babyface. And it just goes to show you the difference that you get by putting somebody on Monday Night Raw. We go to Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt in a House of Horrors match. Concerning what the House of Horrors match is going to be, don't fucking ask me. Concerning the build to this matchup, again, don't fucking ask me. Because there really has been none. Yeah, you know what's the fucking story going into WrestleMania. Bray lost the WWE Championship. Really shouldn't have. Gets drafted over to Raw during the Superstar Shakeup. Really shouldn't have gone to Raw. Really shouldn't have lost the WWE Championship. Noticing a trend here. Gets put in a match with Randy Orton prematurely because you know WWE doesn't know what the fuck to do. When they made that matchup, they thought Bray Wyatt was still going to be on fucking Smackdown. Then Vince McMahon, with his fucking dementia, forgets that shit, puts Bray Wyatt on Monday Night Raw. Really shouldn't have fucking happened again. He's in a match with Randy Orton here, not over a championship, so even if he wins, even if he does get his quote-quote payback, what's going to be the fucking point? This match really should not be happening. Don't know why a SmackDown star, your SmackDown champion, may I fucking mind you, biggest superstar you have there, according to World Championship position, biggest superstar you actually have there, you know, AJ Styles, but, biggest superstar you have there, and you're putting him against a Monday Night Raw superstar. I completely expect Randy Orton to lose this match. Thus why they took the stipulation off of WWE Championship. Thus why this is a House of Horrors match. Bray Wyatt's type of match. He should have the advantage in this match. If Bray Wyatt comes out losing this match, and going into a feud with Finn Balor, which is another feud he's probably going to fucking lose to. I don't even fucking know. WWE is just really fucking screwed over Bray Wyatt. He should still be WWE Champion. He should still be on Smackdown. And the fact that he isn't is a goddamn shame. And there's even reports coming out that he is frustrated about that. So, I mean, it's just a lose situation for Bray Wyatt. It's a fucking shitty situation for Monday Night Raw, and hopefully after Payback is over, this fucking trash can be cleared up. Moving on to what's presumably going to be the main event, you have Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Probably, and I'll say it, the only match on this show that has been built up like a fucking legitimate, exciting main event matchup. It really has. With Braun Strowman and his brutal assault of Roman Reigns. We've talked about this on Ringside Wrestling. How many fucking times flipping the ambulance over, throwing Roman Reigns off the edge on the fucking stretcher. It was all just fucking brutal, and Braun Strowman has been booked like an absolute monster. The heat behind Roman Reigns, that first week Raw after Mania where he just stood there for 15 minutes, sinking in the booze. Braun Strowman destroying him. Braun Strowman and his match with the Big Show collapse in the ring. Braun Strowman and his dumpster match with Kalisto, even though that was probably the worst and most anticlimactic of them all, it was still a brutal thing. Braun Strowman has been doing great work. The fact that Roman Reigns isn't on Monday Night Raw, it's all fucking pieced together to be fabulous and fantastic. But where you go wrong is the fact that you know, Roman Reigns is winning this match. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care if he got cracked ribs. I don't care if he got a separated shoulder. I don't care if his face is falling off. You know. And we all know WWE is not gonna let fucking Braun Strowman come, the evil monster, come and take away their fucking Superman. You know it's not gonna happen. You know Roman Reigns is winning this fucking matchup. And it's gonna be fucking bullshit. And we're going to fucking complain. And for that you're gonna have to see me at the Payback review and results after that show this fucking Sunday, because Roman Reigns is winning this fucking matchup. We thought this was going to be an ambulance match, and it would have been smart to book this as an ambulance match, considering the fact that Roman Reigns got tipped over off an ambulance. That would have been fucking a great match stipulation, and WWE does not like to pin Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman doesn't need to pin Roman Reigns in an ambulance match, so Roman Reigns wouldn't look weak. But because he can't take a fucking loss, right? He's beat The Undertaker, Triple H, Sheamus, Bray Wyatt, Alberto, the entire League of Nations. The entire League of Nations just squashed by Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Vince McMahon, this guy, the next guy. Everybody in the fucking WWE has fallen to Roman Reigns. But a small little loss is going to make him look weak. It's going to make him look weak. Oh my fucking god. If Braun Strowman does win, you're gonna see a smile on my face, but that's probably not gonna fucking happen, because WWE, Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, are fucking delusional. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, that will be your Payback preview and predictions. For now, I hope you enjoyed everything you heard here. If you enjoyed what you heard, make sure to like. Make sure to comment what you're thinking. Your preview and predictions in the comment section below for Payback, WWE Payback. I will be doing a review this Sunday, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button with a fucking ambulance, if you're Braun Strowman, that is. Hit that subscribe button with a fucking ambulance. So stay tuned with all that behind the mic, where we cover all the weekly news in the WWE. Make sure to stay tuned for that this Saturday. Make sure to stay tuned for that Saturday afternoon. So make sure to go and stay tuned to all that. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out everything else on the channel. Raw, Smackdown reviews up for this week. And for now, at 45 minutes, I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video.